Hello everybody. I want to talk about why the past matters. One of the most fundamental duties of a business is to learn about the environment, to learn of the culture in which you operate, and then once you learn the rules of the game, you're best prepared to implement your ideas and strategies in the chosen environment. For most, that starts with knowing your past, and this past includes the country and world in which you live and do business in, also including the histories and principles that define their universal and individual cultures. The history and culture of the United States offers a preeminent example. The United States is a nation similar to most others, yet unique. Nearly every country can claim that they're unique. We didn't invent democracy in the United States, though our form of representative democracy has become a potent political philosophy initiated and imitated throughout the world. And we didn't invent a pluralistic society, though we have the most diverse population ever created within one border of a country. This country, though, was invented on several bedrock principles, often more unique to the United States, primarily those being the statements incorporated in the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights. Every U.S. citizen believed in the concept of democracy and freedom, whether it's religious, freedom of assembly, freedom of property, to name just a few. More importantly, though, there are virtues and values unique to being an American, certainly at the turn of the centuries of when this country was founded. We believe in sacrifice, hard work, thrift, individualism, and self-reliance. Few images typified that of the early American more than the term the rugged individual, whose references to the intentions of Americans to go their own way and make it on their own, and to live in a way where they have little influence and interference with others, from others, including the government, along the path that they choose, whatever path that may be. The ideals of liberty, of freedom, and individualism are intricately woven into the fabric of this country. It's inconceivable to believe in liberty without freedom or freedom without individualism. The ability and right to dream the dream and determine one's own destiny rests with a unique political philosophy that affords a citizen the freedom to do so. The freedom to succeed is inseparable from the freedom to fail, and this freedom has been a central right afforded to the very first citizens of the country, and even today. This sense of rugged individualism was born through the experiences of early American life. Americans were left to their own ambitions and work ethic to obtain in many ways the basic necessities of life. Food, clothing, and shelter were among them. They weren't provided by the government. In fact, to a large degree, government did not exist. People forget that universal taxes did not occur until the early 1900s. It was this belief, which started in childhood, where one's future is often preordained, whether to work in a family or to assist your father in their chosen profession. Of course, it wasn't a society where everybody was treated equally and even fairly. But we had an ability to gain employment through your own hard work, and you sustained that employment through what you did once you started working. It was very much a go-your-own-way society, and those virtues that created this country many years ago, the virtues of sacrifice, hard work, thrift, individualism, and self-reliance, permeated through much of this nation's history. That's the principal history of our Union. This country has changed over the centuries, in some cases for the better, and of course in some cases for the worse. But these values and principles still remain in some form or another. The history, to some degree, still influences the beliefs and actions of many citizens, and thus this history must be taken into account before embarking on the future, whether it's creating a business, changing an organization, motivating others, or improving yourself. The past is a prelude to the future, and it is for the best and the brightest to know about this future, because the perils and promises of the past can often reoccur if you don't know how history was created and how the future presents itself. This is the defining characteristic of this country, and it's also the defining knowledge and strategy upon which our actions are going to rest upon. Thanks, everybody.